what am I willing to share? I ended up deciding I want to share on the level that I would if I were sitting at a coffee shop talking to a friend. But I'm also in a public environment, and I don't know who's going to walk by and hear some stuff. So maybe don't give away all of the things.
Hey, my sisters and my brothers. Stacey Machelle here. And yeah, it's been a while, but I'm right on time and I'll tell you why. I have an exclusive interview with my friend Jessica McCabe of How to ADHD. This interview was recorded about a month ago, right after the release of her book, How to ADHD. Her audiobook version was just released a few days ago. Jessica had so much to talk about. This became 2 episodes. First episode, we're going to talk about the challenges she had to overcome just to get the book into the world. And the second part, she gets real up close and personal stuff you won't hear on any other creator's channel. You won't hear on any other Black creators channel. Let me know in the comments if you share some of Jessica's ADHD struggles. And don't worry, part 2, we're going to talk about strategies she used to get this book out into the world. Remember guys, please like and subscribe to ADHD is the New Black. Here's Jessica. Congratulations. You are a busy lady. You've got a little baby on the way and you are now a published author of How to ADHD.
I am, yeah, published as of 2 days ago.
By the time this comes out, theoretically, you will be a published author, hopefully as of 7 days ago. Thank you for sending me an advance copy, by the way. I really appreciate it. And as you can see, I've made notes.
You've read it and made notes.
So I've read. Stacey. Yes. Wait, you didn't think I was going to read this before we talked?
I figured it's a 50-50 chance. Anybody with ADHD that I sent this book to, I'm like, they're going to read it immediately or in 3 to 5 business years.
I didn't want to come to the interview and say, yeah, thanks for sending me the book. Haven't read it, but that's a pretty cover. No pictures, but yeah, whatever.
I wouldn't have blamed you.
I just want to say I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you for a couple of reasons. Number one, I've known you 3 years now since I started my channel. You were so generous with your time and your knowledge, and you've been mentoring me from the very beginning. And I remember not long after I started my channel, you announced the news that you were going to be writing a book. What was the impetus for you to write this book when you've already got a very popular and successful channel?
I wanted to write the book for the the same reason I wanted to start the channel originally. I wanted to learn all of these things about ADHD and put all of this information somewhere where I could actually find it again. Right? I wouldn't lose YouTube. And it was the only thing I was sure I wouldn't lose. Because I lose notebooks. I lose phones. After a while, I realized there were so many videos. There's so much information that I know I talked about this strategy, but which video is it in? And so I thought a book would be really cool to organize by topic, by struggle, motivation, by, sleep, executive function, focus, whatever it is that I'm struggling with, and be able to flip to the exact chapter that I need and see all of the strategies, right? I was approached to write it, and I was actually approached by another publisher years ago, but I couldn't afford to do it at the time. Something people don't necessarily know or think about when they go to write a book is it's expensive. It's really expensive to take the time away to write it, to hire the kind of supports that people with ADHD often need to be able to get through the book, to promote the book. And it was something that I needed enough of an advance to be able to do.
As a fellow ADHD brain, I know how hard it is to finish something that spans across a long period of time.
Oh God, yeah.
And I'm looking at this book, Jessica. This looks like a long period of time. Tell me about some of the stumbling blocks. And I'm asking because the ADHD community, we all have, these visions and dreams of things we'd like to accomplish. And a lot of times the task seems so daunting that the first stumbling block, or maybe the second, will just throw us off the track completely. So tell us about some of your stumbling blocks you had in trying to finish this.
Staying on the schedule that I had built for myself was a challenge. I'm actually at the point where I don't have a ton of trouble with procrastinating. I know how to plan things in a way that kicks my brain into gear when I need to get started, but there's still stuff I forget to plan for. And I often, like a lot of people with ADHD, I plan for the version where nothing goes wrong, right? That was one of the big ones. Getting bored of the project sometimes was tough, especially toward the end. Like I'm, promoting the book and I'm like, okay, but like I don't ever want to look at it again, because like I had to write it and I had to go over it and edit it and all these, like I got my book in the mail and it was so exciting. I have not read it. Like I've not picked it up and read it because I'm like, I never want to read this thing again. I'm so tired. Oh, and getting discouraged and frustrated and just exhausted sometimes. Like there were times where I was sitting in the car in the parking lot going, I can't, like, I don't have the energy to drag myself up to, the office to keep writing. I'm just so tired.
Since this interview, that book has gone on to top the New York Times bestsellers list. You can also do hard things that you don't want to do, and especially the hard things you do want to do that you might be hindered from by your ADHD. If you enjoy the content that I've been creating for free for 3 years now, I would really appreciate your actual financial support on some level, on some platform, and I happen to have a Patreon page. The link's down here in the description, and if you can, if you're able, if you're willing, please donate at any level. And to my Patreon supporters who continue to donate to ADHD is the New Black, thank you so much.